Thank you for joining me in this session of tying panfish flies. About 30 years ago, I read an article in Sports Afield magazine about fly fishing for panfish, and that sparked my interest in fly fishing, and subsequently went out and bought a Shakespeare Presidential fiberglass rod, a level line, and a very inexpensive reel, a few poppers, and started fly fishing for panfish. Of course, in those days, there weren't videos, many books available, so I just kind of learned on my own, and eventually learned how to fly cast, and then eventually got into tying my own flies. And we're going to do some very interesting panfish flies today, the first one of which is called the Predator. The Predator is a pattern that Skip Morse developed and can be found in his book on foam flies. But Skip fishes it as a subsurface fly, using it with a sinking line. I've modified the fly in a number of ways to make it a top water fly, and it's turned out to be one of my absolute best bluegill flies, as well as being an outstanding bass fly, even though it's not very large. So we'll start off by tying with a Roman Moser barbless nymph hook, size 10. Now, even though this is a nymph hook, it makes a great dry fly hook. I'm using Gouda Brod 6/0 chartreuse thread. I'm going to put a small nodule about 1/16 of an inch behind the hook eye, then a space and another little nodule. Cut off the excess thread. I'm going to place some mono eyes, figure 8, couple of wraps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put a drop of Zap-A-Gap. Sometimes that comes out a little strong. You have to be careful not to get too much on there. And then complete making some more figure 8 wraps on that. And come underneath the eyes, over the top of the hook shank, and secure that thread. This 6/0 thread is a little stronger than most